breaking the cord. When we talk of breaking the cord, in my opinion, what is the most important thing is that what do you want to break? When you say breaking the cord, what do you want to break? What is that you want to achieve in your life? And for that, I always feel it's very, very important to understand your own passion, to understand your own self. Everyone is not made for everything. Everyone can't be a banker, everyone can't be a consultant, everyone can't be a journalist. So it's very, very important for you to understand that what is your own passion. And that is where I'll spend my next 10, 12 minutes on this topic of finding your own passion. What is passion? A very simple English says that an intense emotion and enthusiasm that we experience towards something or someone. And the questions which you need to ask to yourself is, have you felt like this for any subject? Have you felt like this for any topic? Have you felt like this for any specific cause? Like, it's not just about career, it's not just about studies. Like, I am a passionate marathon runner. I have been running marathons for last 15, 20 years, going to different countries, and I'm passionate. You ask me anything about marathon, I would say, when was the last time Eliud Kipchoge broke the sub 2 hour marathon record? I mean, I think that something comes very naturally to me. No one tells me to do that. I feel very happy when I am doing that, when I am reading about marathons, when I am running marathons. And I think it's important for you as well to understand your own passion while in professional life, while in personal life. So, yeah, have you felt like this for any specific cause? Have you felt like this for any specific industry? Like, I feel very, very passionate about startups, about building something. My first 10, 15 years of my life, I was in the corporate world, Sapient, Infosys, ICICI Bank. I was part of their international banking based out of New York. And I left my job to come back to India to start something, to build something. And I feel very passionate about building something. And that is where I would request all of you to understand and find your own passion. What is that excites you? Now, the first question, the first topic of the slide was, what is passion? The next is, what is your passion? You as an individual, how do you understand your passion? How do you understand or define your own passion? I have broken down it into very simple questions. I have not kept it as a very high level bird's eye view discussion, as we call in the corporate world strategy discussion. No, it's not a strategy discussion. It's a very simple few questions which you should ask yourself. Is there something which you love to do that no one tells you to do it? When you are in that zone, when you are doing that, you enjoy it. Is there something you love to read about, thinking about? And that is something which, when you suddenly start, like if I start reading about marathons or building something or startup, I may spend 1 hour, 1.5 hours, 2 hours, and I don't feel like, oh, I suddenly feel, oh, it's 1 hour, it's 1.5 hours. Because that really excites me. When I see about something being built in the coaching world, in the any sector, any industry, but a new technology has come. So what is very important is that you ask these questions to yourself. Is there something you genuinely find interest in exploring it more? You want to understand that more. Is there an industry which fascinates you? Most of you would start your career very soon. And I know while getting a job is very important for all of us. But then in parallel, do you also understand that, oh, while I may do this, but this is an industry I want to go, or this is an industry I want to explore, which is very, very important to understand. What I call is, what is your passion? Now, sometimes when you talk about it, that, okay, passion is something, I understand passion, but how do I define it more? So my next very simple way to define is that the things you are passionate about are not random. They are your calling. You have to somewhere understand that, somewhere have that confidence in your own gut feeling, somewhere have that confidence in your own thoughts, that if I am finding an interest in something, it's not random. If I'm excited about some industry, if I'm excited about some topic, it's not random. There is some reason to it. There is some calling behind it. I have worked very closely with Ritesh, the founder of Oyo, for the last 8-9 years. And he is really excited about hospitality. Every time I meet him, he would talk, oh, Prasun, what's happening in your market? when I was heading the international market. What's happening in Mexico? But why do you think the prices can't go high in Mexico? Which areas in Mexico are like not performing well? He is really excited about it. He doesn't feel like that hospitality has been thrown on him. No, he feels excited about it. Whatever I have heard about Bhavish, Ola, he is excited about this entire industry as Ritesh is excited about hospitality. So what I and I am talking more about the startup ecosystem is because in my last 8-9 years have been with the startup ecosystem, and I run my own company called Daily Better, which helps people understand themselves better. It's more of a platform for life coaching. So yeah, what is more important for me is that when you think you're passionate about something, when you think you're excited about something, give it some time. It's not a random calling. There is a reason behind it. The first step, when you understand what is your passion, the next step comes to him. What is that? How can you give more fire to your passion? It is very important to understand that everyone has to run their own race and make their own decisions. All of you, literally all of you here after 5-6 years will be in very, very different areas. There is a saying that every morning in Africa, a gazelle wakes up and thinks of running faster than the fastest lion to survive. And every morning in Africa, a lion wakes up and thinks that I have to run faster than the slowest gazelle to get a meal for the day. And that's the best way to sum up. When you wake up your morning, it is you who have to decide what is the area you have to run. Do you have to run faster than the fastest lion, or do you have to run faster than the slowest gazelle? It's your decision. It's literally your decision. That is very, very important. And sometimes I feel when I give these talks is that a lot of you here may be thinking, oh, we are just kind of putting a stepping stone in the corporate world. No. Ritesh started this company OYO when he was 19 years old. When he was 20 years old. I met him for the first time when he was 21-year-old. So it's very different. It's not about where you are right now. Are you really thinking about yourself? Are you really working on finding your own passion? And if that is the case, then very simple again, very simple English, you have to be curious. You have to learn from everyone you meet. You have to experiment, read and learn. And you have to be ready to put in this effort. If you look at all my slides, there is and the last sentence is participate, speak, ask, learn, be stupid. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. All these words are not words if you practice it in your life from today and every day. If you have to run your own race, if you have to find your own passion, that is what it is very important. You have to give fire to your passion. And for that, you have to be a learner. You have to put in that effort. As I said in my last slide, that once you have found your passion, once you know what you're excited about, once you know you are ready to put in that hard work. And believe me, I mean, if someone says the world is fair, if someone says, many of you would have read this book, The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. But I don't like that book. There is another book which says, I bought the monk's Ferrari. And I always love the other book. Because the other book says that if you want to own a Ferrari in life, and Ferrari is not that red colored car, Ferrari can be anything for anyone. But there is something red out there which you want to earn in your life, then believe me, there's nothing called work-life balance. There is nothing called, oh, I can get things easy. No. These are theoretical terms. I know I may be sounding a bit different, but no, you have to put in that extra effort. If you want to own a Ferrari, you have to put in that extra effort. And that is what it means. How do you do that? You have to be curious. You have to be always, always curious. Anyone you meet, think about it. Have you learned anything from that person? Do you have few questions in mind to ask this person? What is that you want to get out of meeting this person or reading something? What is that you want to learn? So curiosity is very, very important. Ask questions to yourself. And as I said, I have put it in again very simple English. What is that you like most? What is that you love to read? What are the topics, industry, and are you really curious about it? Are you putting in that hard work? If you know what is your passion, if you know what you want to do, and if you're still not curious and you're not putting the hard work, then you are being dishonest to yourself. It is as simple as that. I know what I want to do. I know what I want to do in my life, but I'm not putting in that effort. I'm not being curious. That means that I'm being dishonest to myself. But that said, you have to be curious. One of the best ways I have seen to become curious or to understand yourself is maintaining a self journal. It is a very simple thing. You just need to, invest 20, 30 rupees. That's all. A pen and a diary. That's all. But maintaining a self journal is that what did I like today? What is that I didn't like today? What is that happened to my life today? Whom did I meet? What did I learn? It will take you just 15, 20 minutes of your life in 24 hours every day. If you do it for 6 months, and I bet if you do it for 6 months, you will see yourself in a very different light. Because the only way you can understand yourself is understanding yourself. If you think someone else will come and help you and guide, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Okay? And how does curiosity help in being passionate? So we talked about being passionate. We talked about being curious. Is that is the only way? It doesn't help to go on a path of your passion. I think that is the only way to be there. There is no other way. The only way is to be curious, to be a perpetual learner. The only way is to daily thinking. Is that, am I learning something? Am I understanding something? And especially in the direction where you want to make a life for yourself. Or at least especially in a direction where you have some indication that, okay, none of us in this room, even me today, or none of us exactly know where we want to be in 10, 15 years of our life or where we will be. But we all have some directions. We all have some idea. And are you at least going on that path? That is very, very important. So, as I said, maintain a self-journal. Ask these simple questions which I have written. You may say, what do I write in my self-journal? Start with this. What is that you want to do in long term? What is that, which role it comes to your mind, it excites you. Which role, oh, no, I don't want to do this. Which industry which comes to your mind, which it excites you. It's as simple. Those simple English questions, and start making a note of it. What is again very important is, as I have said in my last few slides, is passion can only be followed by hard work. We talked about being passionate, we talked about being curious, but how do you walk down that path? Is by sheer discipline, by sheer hard work. There is no other path. This is not a 1.52. It is a Boolean, 1 or 0. It's a pure Boolean algebra. Either you are walking down that path, you are putting in that hard work, or you are not. Because over a period of time, over 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, all of that compound. And you will see a marked difference between just 2 of your batchmates. I am telling you, sitting here, when I graduated from my campus, and today when we see all our peers, people have moved in different directions. And it is directly proportional to the amount of hard work they have put in. It is as simple as that. It is directly proportional to the amount of hard work they have put in. I was discussing with someone, and she asked me, okay, you're saying being hard work, where you're being passionate. Where do I start? How do I start? And I said, okay, these are the simple questions you should think of. If you're looking of some industry, or if you're looking of some role, make a list of 5 people you'll speak to. Go on LinkedIn, find 5 people you'll speak to. It is as simple as that. Make a list of 5 companies you want to be, and go and do a detailed research about those 5 companies. Give yourself 5 reasons that why you are suited for this role. These are just the 5 questions I asked that the person I was doing a life coaching with. Ask these 5 simple questions. Keep reaching out to more and more people till you really understand that industry, till you understand what you are looking for. But where do you start? Start with these simple 5 questions. Okay? And as I said, break the cord and follow your passion. All the great leaders and founders I have seen, they have found their real passion very early. And they have worked hard on it. They have been curious. They have been perpetual learners. So keep working hard day in, day out to reach there. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.